Hey guys, today is January the 7th of 2022. I have to say, man, last year flew by so fast. Can't believe we are already in 2022. Anyway, I hope you guys had a great new year. I wanted to cover Cameco. I wanted to do this quick video, and I titled it, What If I'm Wrong? What if, well, I'm kind of forecasting and kind of leaning towards my bias. What if this is all wrong? In this video, I'm going to show you the bullish view, or the bullish technicals that confirm the bullish view. And this is pretty much for the bulls that believe that we're going to go higher no matter what happens. And the Elliott Wave is off. All these, techniques and theories are not going to play out, not going to pan out. And that the fundamentals are intact. The thesis is intact. Nothing's changed. And we're just going to continue grinding higher. So this video is for you, to give you a sense of hope, and that is going to back up your thesis with the technicals. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to start off with our Gann monthly waves on Cameco. And this is where I'm at right here. The next three going to take us to March. Now the question is, are we going to go higher into March? Or we're going to have a pullback into March? So if the bullish thesis remains, we should push higher. I have a question mark. We're going to see how it plays out. This is a new pattern. But like I said, this video is going to be, if I'm wrong and that we're going higher, then we're going higher into March. That remains to be seen. Looking at our simple glance chart using a weekly and a daily. On the weekly, since I'm focusing on bullish price action, we're above the 50, the 100, and the 200 as simple moving average. We're above the cloud on the weekly. Linear regression channels are pointing up. We're hovering between the midpoint and these two purple lines, regression channels. As we all know, there's kind of been a retracement here, but the trend is intact on the weekly. On the monthly, it's above the cloud. Everything looks great. I'm not going to show you the monthly. I'm just going to show you what I see on the weekly. And we all know that on the daily, short term, it's a little more uglier. We're somehow below the cloud, pierced it, and then hovering below it. But midterm, we're looking good. Trend is intact. And this is what really counts between the weekly and the monthly. And so far, this is good. Most of the time, some traders think that daily sometimes looks like a 5-minute or 30-minute. It's just a lot of chop, but so far, this is looking good. This is a chart I call Fib Grid, and this I got from, I believe his name is David Starr, a way of calculating these Fibonacci's on the weekly. I just wanted to show you this to just target. This is the high we did on November the 8th, and these are possible targets into the future. The last one we have is that 4.236 Fibonacci level, which is 3508. So that's the highest, and then this is the one below it, 3073. I just figure I'll share it to you just for a bullish sentiment that if we're going to go up, these are possible targets going higher. This chart is an Elliott Wave count theory, and I readjusted it using a long-term count. And what it really is showing is this is a wave 1, 2, that November 4th low, and that 3 is that November 8 high. The one I've been showing in my past videos, I guess you could look at it. I can't remember wherever it is that this is, 3, 4, and then 5. And then we're working an ABC correction. But let's say I'm wrong. Let's say that I'm wrong and that we're going higher. So if this is a wave 4, then possible targets to wave 5 projection is 3198 all the way to pretty much $40, $39, $40 right there, 39.33. So this is the Elliott count that's projecting higher prices into the future. And this is my master chart. The last one, I'll try to make this video short. These are my esoteric cycles I use. You can see that this one is projecting into February the 14th. Kind of goes up, pumps down, and goes up. So that's once positive. You know, will it play out? That remains to be seen. I have another one I use, and this one is projecting higher into January. Anything else? Let's look at our weekly, actually. This is negative. This was kind of positive this week of December, maybe the last week. Now this week kind of got negative. But let's look at the big picture, which is the monthly. The monthly so far is positive as long as we can hold these key levels right here. 22.43. Yeah, pretty much. It was the open of the month, I believe. Anything else I want to show you? Oh yeah, natural cycles. This is a bullish. This is the green line is the annual and the decimal together, projecting higher into the end of the month of January. And it kind of has a second hump in February, or like the last week. And this line right here, this is a technique I use from Gann, looking 10 years in the past. And it's projecting higher into February also. So, is Cameco going to go as high? I mean, and follow these lines? We don't know. I'm just using the techniques I use for probability. One of the things I do like about Rick Rule, I like a lot of stuff about him. If my friends from back in the days were to see him, they'll probably think that guy's a gangster right there. But anyway, he's a cool cat. One thing I like about that he says, he always talks about probability. That word is very interesting. That word kind of tells you we don't really know, but you know, this is the probability of where Cameco could go. I'm going to start incorporating that in my language. Probability. All these are probabilities. All the stuff I showed you, projection, target prices, that's all probability. And I'm giving you the probability of the bullish view. Already you guys know, the sentiment, the thesis is intact, the fundamentals are intact, sprut, spook, whatever name you want to give it, anything that's coming out, new instruments, the assets that they're buying, the chaos is happening in Kazatomprom and all the Kazatas. All this is all probability. So I just wanted to show you in this video, if I'm wrong, and that we're not going to do an ABC correction, we're going higher, and that we're in discovery mode and we're going to be pushing higher. This is what I see using the technicals that confirm it, and that I'm wrong, and that it's going to go higher. So this all remains to be seen. So I'll leave it at that. Hopefully you like this video. This is pretty much for the bullish bulls that are out there, that no matter what you throw at them, they believe things are gonna go higher. So this confirms their thesis and that we're going higher. So I'm gonna sign out, and let's see how this all plays out. It's all interesting and fascinating to me how all these technicals all could play out, and in the end of the day, Cameco is going to pick and decide what's going to do and what direction it's going to go. And we just have to follow along.